Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you how you can make a quick and easy door in Roblox Studio. Now, first of all, you're going to need to make your door. I have mine right here. You can see that I grouped it all together so that it's all nice and neat. I have the door part here, and I have another part called the door go to. Now, how I made this was I just took this door, hit Control D, hit the 4 so that I open up the rotation tool, and I just kind of rotated it until it looked open. And then I kind of just pushed it over to where the door would kind of hinge open if there was a hinge. This isn't exactly the same rotation or position as it, but it's just to show you guys what I did. Now, once you guys have your door open like this, we're going to head over to the door part, and we're going to hit the plus and add a proximity prompt. Now, we're going to change this action text to open so that the player can open the door. And the whole duration, you can just change it to whatever you like. 0.5 or 1 or 0, it doesn't matter, but I'll do 0.5 because I like that. The object text is just kind of door, so if you go in, you can see that it says it's a door, then I can open it, and it takes 0.5 seconds for the proximity prompt to go all the way around, but there's no code connected to it, so it won't actually do anything. So let's get on that. Now what you're going to want to do is go over to the door part and add a script. This can just be a normal server script, so legacy will be just fine. We'll call this the door script. And so what we'll need is we'll need a few variables, mainly just the door, which is equal to script.parent, and the local door go to, which is where the door will end up. So we've got both of those. Now we want the door's original position so that the door can swing back to that. So we'll just do local door OG position, or POS is equal to door. We'll do C-frame. Door OG C-frame is equal to door.C-frame. Now we're doing C-frame because C-frame has both position and rotation inside of it all in one, so you don't have to worry about position and the rotation, which is nice. Now what we'll do is we'll also get the proximity prompt, so local prox is equal to script.parent.proximity prompt. Now these are kind of the basics, the bare bones that we'll need for the project. Now we can actually start coding how we will open the door. So what we'll do is we'll do prox.triggered connect function. We don't need the player parameter, but I'll add it in just in case. So this is what it would really look like. If you get to the end here, there's two brackets that are here. You can just come in between these and hit enter, and it'll automatically end it here. So everything that we want to do will be inside of here. So we'll just print a quick statement saying door opened. So if you come over to the view, hit output, it'll open your output so you can see stuff in the output. And if you do this, it'll say door opened, but it's not actually opening the door, we're just printing this out. So if you come back over here, what we'll do is, for now, we're gonna make it super basic. We're just gonna make it snap over here, so it'll kind of just teleport to this position, or this C-frame. Actually, forgot something. We're gonna need a quick little boolean that's local open is equal to false, because the door isn't open. If not open, then open is equal to true, else open is equal to false. So this seems a little complicated, but what it really is if the door isn't open, then we're setting this to be open so that the door is open. Otherwise, if the door is already open, then we're going to close the door, putting open is equal to false. So we can kind of toggle the door on and off. So if it's not open, then we're going to open it here, and this will be the code to open it. So the door.cFrame will be equal to the door goto.cFrame. And now we're going to do the opposite here and do door.cFrame is equal to door OG frame. So we should have a very basic door setup where it'll just snap open, snap close, snap open, snap close. Now, of course, we can make this a ton better using something called tween service. Basically, what tween service is it allows a certain part to smoothly either rotate or move from one position to another. So what we're going to do is, I like to personally make functions to tween objects, but we won't need this, so I won't do it. What I'll do instead is I will just come down here, make local ti, which is equal to tweeninfo.new. So when you come into these brackets, we've got a ton of numbers, enum.easingstyle, enum.stuff, and there's just a bunch of options you have here to do whatever. Now it seems like a lot, but we don't need to add all of these. Of course, I'll go through all of them to show you what it is. I'll quickly just open this so it's easier to look at. So for the time, we just give a basic number. So something like 1 or 1.5. I'll just do 1. This is how fast it'll go from open to close. So it'll take a second to open. And for this, what we need to do is enum.easingstyle dot, and you can see that we've got a ton of options here. The most basic one is the sign, and it just kind of goes and stops immediately. There's nothing like circular where it gradually stops near the end, or back where it slightly overshoots the target, which is the one that we'll be using for this because I think it looks best with that. And then we'll do enum.easingDirection dot out, so that it goes out, so that when the door goes all the way back to its position, it'll kind of bounce a little bit and go back to its original position. It's hard to explain it, but you'll see it when I do it. Now, these are some of the other ones that just aren't really as important. These three here, I never usually use them when I'm making my tween services, but you never know, they might be useful to you eventually. I don't know. So the repeat count is just how many times it repeats. So we can do it repeats 3 times. The reverses is if it just does the same thing in reverse, so I can set that to true. And the delay time is just a delay in seconds. So these are the components that make up a tween info. These are just the info numbers that we'll be using for the tween service, or for the tween. Now we'll need a local goal, which is equal to these kind of curly brackets, and then we're going to do store goto.cframe, which this is just some simple code here that'll change whatever C-frame we give it to another. This is basically what's telling, this is telling the part to go to this C-frame. It'll change this part C-frame to this C-frame very smoothly. That's what that's doing. And local run is equal to ts tween service create. Now we need to give it an instance to the door. An instance is just like a part, a tween info, so ti, and a goal, which is a property, a table. Now if we do run and play, get rid of this one so it doesn't instantly snap, then we should be able to run it from over here and it'll open like that. Now of course we didn't add it for the other one, but every time we open it, it'll be nice and smooth, and it's very nice to watch. You can see it kind of goes off of its hinges there. That's something that is happening with the back enum style. The easing style, it's back, so you can change that to like circular if you want. But you really just mess around with these properties to make it however you want it to. Now we'll just kind of copy and paste this over to the other side here, but we'll change one thing, which is the door go to the door OGC frame, so it'll just do the same thing but when closing. Now I also want to add a bit of a wait, 1 second here, and then make the procs.enabled is equal to true. So we'll do this on both these, and just before everything happens, we'll turn the procs off. Procs.enabled is equal to false. So you can see that this starts to look a little confusing, but what this is doing with the procs.enabled is it's just making sure that you can't hit the procs again while it's going. So while the door is moving, you can't actually hit the proximity prompt again and kind of confuse the script. You gotta wait for it to fully finish. And I'm not liking this, but I'll just change this to back. You can also change this number to however you like, just mess around with the stuff. And as a little extra detail, I'll just make it so that procs.action text is equal to, if it's not open, then it's open now. So we'll just need to change this to close. Then what we'll do over here is we'll just change this to open. Just that it doesn't say open every time. So open, and it says close, and it's very nice. That's about it for this simple tutorial about a door. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.